The Biden administration is canceling several oil and gas leases in an Alaskan federal wildlife refuge. They were issued under Trump and supported by state officials in Alaska. Edward Lawrence with us. If we're curtailing supply, does that mean prices go up?
Yeah, and we're going to see that is what experts are saying. And, you know, this is yet another signal by the Biden administration. There should be no more investment in the oil and natural gas industry. That message is being received in the form of higher prices. You look at the Brent oil prices today. They are hovering now around just over $90 a barrel. The move to cancel 7 oil drilling leases and ban drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge will limit the future supply of oil. Now, we see a reaction in gas prices, a full $1.41 a gallon more than the day President Biden came into office. It's now more than we paid a year ago.
When you add up the cumulative effect of all the Biden administration's actions, I think you do have a negative effect on oil prices. We see prices going higher. So it's not only a local jobs and economic development issue, but it's also a national energy security issue.
And his group lost the leases. No oil was actually being drilled yet in Alaska. Now, estimates are in that area of Alaska. Estimates show that 7 to 8 billion barrels are waiting to be tapped. With the current usage, that could supply the entire globe for the next 77 days. Now, the Alaska Industrial and Development and Export Authority plans to sue the administration. In the process, get discovery about what it calls a coordinated effort against the fossil fuel industry and depose the Interior Secretary. The administration argues that their forced transition will mean energy independence eventually.
I want to thank, of course, our nation's champion, President Biden, for your leadership and commitment to lowering costs for working families in every way. And thank you to all of the members of Congress for the work that you have done and continue to do to help us achieve this type of progress.
Now, President Biden goes to the G20 later on today. One of the top priorities on his agenda there is his climate goals. Stu?
Edward, thank you very much indeed. Senator Dan Sullivan, Republican from the state of Alaska, joins me now. Mr. Senator, what's the impact of this on your state?
Well, Stu, it's an outrage, and of course it's going to have a negative impact on my state in terms of investment, in terms of workers. By the way, especially in terms of the Alaska Native communities, right, who are very strong supporters of resource development. This administration talks a lot about racial justice, environmental equity, but they have a big asterisk. They go out and attack Alaska Natives all the time. But it's not just Alaska. As the point that was being made earlier in this segment, this is a huge issue for the United States of America. We are in a serious battle against authoritarian aggression with regard to the Chinese Communist Party, the dictator in Moscow, the dictators in Beijing. One of our great American strengths is energy dominance, energy security. And by the way, Stu, we have the highest environmental standards in the world. And yet from day one, this administration, driven by their radical environmental allies, focuses on undermining this great strength of America. It's crazy. It's going to hurt our country and Alaska.
Why are they doing this? I take it this is the result of the green lobby, which hates any and all fossil fuels. Are they behind this?
Oh, I think you're exactly right. They are beholden to the far left radical environmentalists. But here's the issue. Whenever you pose this question to the Biden administration, and I've posed this directly to the president, where are we going to get our energy? We need energy. These guys lifted sanctions on Venezuela, so they can now import over 100,000 barrels a day. The president literally goes on bended knee to Saudi Arabia to beg for more oil. But in America, where we have incredible resources and the highest environmental standards in the world, they shut us down. They've never been able to answer that question, where are we going to get our energy, if they shut it down here? And again, it is a issue that undermines American strength, and it's driven by the far left environmental allies of this administration.
Senator, thank you very much for being with us on a very important issue. Always appreciate it.
Thanks, Stu.
We hope to see you again, sir. Thank you very much.